Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting presents Class A Varsity Basketball. Today, the Cony Rams take on our Nokomis Warriors. Tape live January 25th, 2023. And bringing today's game, Ashton and Abby Karen.
Hello and welcome, Nokomis Warrior fans, to tonight's Class A North matchup between your very own Nokomis Warriors and the visiting Cony Rams. This one's going to be a very, very good one, folks. The last time these two teams met, it was a barn burner, with Cony coming away a 1-point 53-52 win. Going into tonight's game, Abby, what do you think Nokomis needs to do to bring away the win?
I think our Warriors are going to need to keep up with Cony. You know, Cony last time got a 8-point lead by halftime and was just able to hold on to enough to win that game by a point. And the Nokomis Warriors are going to need to share the love. You know, get the ball to your big three, then utilize your supporting cast. And when they get the ball, you know, make sure to take those shots, shoot your threes. Cony had nearly double the number of threes last time, so Nokomis is really going to need to look to Townsend and Reagan King to keep up beyond the arc, but also lock down early. You know, who can know who can score and keep from getting too big of a lead early in the game is very important. What do you think Cony's going to need for the game today?
Well, I couldn't agree more with what you said about Nokomis, and for Cony, I think this team needs to lock out the King sisters. Those two combined for 30 points last time they played, and that was a really big pivotal part of that Nokomis comeback. And for what this Cony team needs to do to adjust from their last game is they need to worry about Townsend. Don't let Townsend get hot. When Townsend starts scoring, she doesn't stop. She had 20 points in Nokomis' last game, and she had 29 points in the previous game. That's a huge numbers here in Class A North. Especially, I mean, just looking down the board, this Nokomis team is heating up, and Brianna Townsend has done an excellent job leading them. You know, they need to force Nokomis to move the ball away from the big three. They need to keep it out of Townsend and the King sisters' hands if they really want to come away with the win tonight.
I agree. And, you know, it's going to be very important for the Warriors to really lock down on defense, with the Cony girls averaging 56.5 points a game on offense. So,
absolutely. I mean, this is a high-scoring team, and it's going to be a very interesting game. But we're going to hand it over to our athletic director, Mr. Elias.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nokomis Regional High for today's contest between the visiting Rams of Cony High School and your Nokomis Warriors. We hope you enjoyed today's game and support these athletes, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Please note the uniforms that Nokomis has elected to wear today. We'd like to take a moment to thank all members of the United States military, past and present, for their service to our country. A special thank you to the Maine Army National Guard for supporting today's event. If you would like to learn more information about the Army National Guard, please contact your school's local recruiter, Staff Sergeant McKim. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Rams. A junior, number 1, Morgan Cunningham. A junior, number 4, Macy Freeman. A senior, number 10, Sage Fortin. A sophomore, number 13, Abby Morrill. And a junior, number 14, Kale Barajas. The Rams are coached by John Dennett and assisted by Mallory Bouchard and Alyssa Dennett. And now, make some noise for your Nokomis Warriors. A senior, number 10, Cameron King. A freshman, number 20, Reagan King. A senior, number 22, Bree Townsend. A senior, number 24, Emma Marble. And a sophomore, number 44, Addison Hawthorne. The Warriors are coached by Chelsea Crockett and assisted by Ashley Black and Alyssa Bragdon. The officials for tonight's game are Gail Pierce, Jeremy Weatherby, and Doug Smith.
And we've got the tip-off. Cony coming down with it. Right away, straight to the basket, and Cunningham is going to open up the scoring for this matchup here. Cunningham, in their last meeting, had a game-high 24 points. Marble with it now, looking for an answer. She finds Reagan King deep, just off there. Cony with the rebound, moving it up is Freeman. Freeman hands it off to Morrill. In the corner with the shot, it's Barajas, and she misses. Nokomis comes down with the rebound. Inside feed, King to King. Cam King looking to get that shot, can't find it. Kicks it out, Townsend corrals that one in. Jump shot, just off, and it's Cony with the rebound. Cony looking to penetrate this Nokomis defense. Nokomis allowing only an average of 40 points a game. Shot there. 3 is off from Cunningham. And it's going to be Fortin. Puts that one up. Inbound from Cony. Fortin kicks it around, now driving in. Townsend gets the block on Cunningham. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds and stay Nokomis ball. So as our athletic director, Mr. Elias, was mentioning, you'll see Nokomis not wearing their typical jerseys. They've got the white jerseys that say Maine on them with the camo trim. Cony, the red jerseys with white trim. It's Townsend's got it up top. Back to King. King drives in. Kicks out. It's Hawthorne wide open. That one's just short, and Cony comes down with the rebound. Cunningham drives in, kicks it back out. It's around to Morrill, sorry. She's going to be blocked. Townsend again coming with the rebound. You know, we talk about Townsend scoring, but she's a huge defensive presence here for Nokomis. Marble now shoots the 3. That's going to be short. Marble limping a little bit. She's going to come right out. Migliori's going to check in for her. I mean, looking at the last time that these two teams met, though, Abby, it was a very good contest. You know, this Nokomis squad just got down a little bit early. They were missing Townsend, and I think that's going to be a huge piece tonight. Townsend, we talk about, she plays a pivotal role here, and I think she can make the difference here to put Nokomis ahead tonight. Long floaters put up, and it's missed. Reagan King with the rebound. She's going court to court. The pass to Hawthorne. Great play there. Great transition from Nokomis. Now Cony coming right back with it. A little bit of contact there, but the wide open 3 is going to be taken, and it's going to be short from Morrill. Now another 3 taken. This one missed again. There's been quite a few threes. We talked about how big of an impact those threes make, but I don't know about you, Abby, but they don't seem to be making much of an impact so far here.
And I think Cony, knowing how Nokomis plays, I think if you watch, they're going to double team Cameron King there.
And it's not going to matter. That screen was set. Cam King had just enough space to open up the first three of the night. Now another three. That one's missed. Ooh, look at that transition feed. Great pump fake there from Cam King. Gets it up anyway. Nokomis takes an early 5-point lead. And Cam King with a steal. Look at that drive in from Cam King. That's what she's good at, and that's what Cony's going to have to try and stop. Cam King, she's not typically the tallest person on the court, but when she drives into the paint, I've never seen an opponent who could efficiently stop her. She is going to be one of the best offensive assets, just in the sense that she's able to draw these teams into the paint and open other players up for three.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking about how Nokomis needs to, start strong in the first quarter here. And right now we're doing a great job, I think, and Cameron King definitely being the asset to that. But she's having help from her other 4 teammates that are on the court.
And that's exactly right. That we talked about utilizing that supporting cast, and they did that early with Hawthorne, finding her open in the transition and getting her that basket. And what happens is a lot of these teams, they focus on who's scoring the most points, and it leaves a lot of this supporting cast open. And if Nokomis can really utilize them, then they're going to be pretty untouchable. Now Cony looking to answer here. Floaters put up. Rebound wrangled in, but Cony, not sure. There is, I believe,
it's going to be white ball.
I believe that's a foul on Cony. Tried to strip it away from Townsend. Townsend drives in, and it's poked away by Cunningham. It's going to be a jump ball. It's a pretty packed gym tonight, an early 4 o'clock game, but the stands are packed. Kick out Townsend for 3. That's a Drano, folks. My goodness. Townsend, there was nothing but net there. Nokomis has a 10-point advantage with 3 left in the first. Looking to answer with the spin move. It's going to be an and one. That was a nice play from Morrill. That was a great way to answer if you're Cony.
And one is good.
She converts the 3-point play. That's a this starting lineup for Cony is one that throughout the season hasn't necessarily had one specific leader. We talk about that Nokomis game against us last time. They did have a leader, and that was Morgan Cunningham. But they've had games. Their last matchup in Class A North, they had 5 players all break double digits. So this is a very widely skilled team. As the bucket rolls around and falls, it's Morrill again. Now a 5-point game.
I think Cony does a really good job playing defense when we're on offense, and I think that's really a major part of this. Going to be a major part of this game.
Absolutely, I think Nokomis. It's one thing you have to convert your offensive possessions, and the 3 is good there.
Fortin.
That was Fortin. That was a beautiful 3. Found herself open at the top of the key, and now it's a 2-point game. And so Cony has cut the lead right back. That one is no good. Foul called. And Migliori is going to go to the line for 2. But yeah, I mean, this Cony team. You look at the points allowed per game, and they allow on average 6 points more per game than Nokomis. But I would say they're putting on an impressive defensive showing tonight, and that's going to be Migliori who makes the first. They've just found a way to, Nokomis got out early, got out strong, but these last 2 or 3 minutes, they've kind of found their groove, I would say. Up top, it's Cunningham for 3. It's going to be no good. Cam King comes down with the rebound. She's looking for Townsend in the transition. She's got it. It's going to be a charge. That was a good take by Cony. And that's exactly what, if you're Cony, that's what you needed to do on that possession. That was a smart play by Cony. Up top, it's Cunningham. Kicks out to Fortin. Fortin kicks back in, and it's stripped away from Quinn. Now Reagan King looking to Hawthorne. That's going to be a travel. That's a tough one. Just took a step 1 second too early before putting that basket up.
Emma Marble back in the game here for the Warriors.
Couple extra steps there. Looked really good from Morrow, but just a little too good to be true. So now after a few turnovers from each team, Nokomis, under a minute left, going to try and extend their lead here. Cam King up top, looking to drive in, kicks out. Marble for 3. That's a Drano, folks. Marble opens up her scoring on the night. Oh, they're going to count it for 2. Must have just been on the line. Unfortunate, but still extends this Nokomis lead. 15-10. The 3 is taken. It's missed. Townsend with the transition rebound. We're going to go one-on-one. Pump fake. It's good. Great play from Townsend. That's absolutely what you need to do in those transition plays. That was absolutely fantastic. Townsend again. Wide open here. Goes for the assist. And Nokomis ends the first quarter up 19-10.
Cameron.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Cameron King's leading with 9 points for our Warriors right now, which is amazing so far, just, going into the second quarter. Brianna Townsend's right behind her with 5, though, so it's going to be a good game for those two girls.
I would definitely say, and I think Nokomis, we talked about what they needed to do. They needed to start strong. They needed to get out early, and they needed to get a lead on this Cony team, and they have done that. I mean, this has been exactly what they needed to do. They've locked down Cony. Cony has not been able to make many threes. This has been a great first quarter from Nokomis. They just need to keep it up, and we'll see how Cony adjusts. I don't know how you adjust to somebody like Townsend, though, on the defensive end, who has just snatched every 50-50 ball. She has been there. She has been absolutely dominating the defensive end of the court in this first quarter, and that's why she is such a pivotal player for this Nokomis team, because she truly can do it on both sides of the court. But we'll see as Cony's going to inbound here what they can do to try and answer, as Nokomis has a 9-point lead. Up top, it's Fortin. Kicks over to Morrill. Morrill looks for the drive in. Euro step move. It's going to be good for Fortin.
Morrill.
Oh,
Morrill.
That is my bad.
Morrill did put it up.
Yep, that's my bad. Stripped away that time by Fortin. Ripped it right out of Marble's hands. Cunningham with it now. Kicks it over. Freeman's got it. Back to Morrill. Kick out. Cunningham for 3. That one's going to be good. Great possession there for Cony. Cut it to a 4-point game. Feed in to Marble. She able to corral it in. Takes the long 2. Cam King going to feed off of Cony's mistake. I thought Fortin had that one. I blinked, and next thing I know, Cam King is there fighting for it. So she's able to score on that possession as Fortin comes with the floater. Gets her own rebound now. Kicks it out for 3. That time missed by Cunningham.
Cony's taking all these threes, but they're just not in Cony's favor tonight.
And that, that's... Wow, look at that nice shot there from Reagan King. Beautiful little Drano. So Nokomis trying to hang on to this 9-point lead. Cony, deep 3 there, just short. When we talk about, the problem with with these teams that are very reliant on 3-point shooting is, 3-pointers are just harder to make. And you have an off night, and that really can impact the scoring heavily. Nokomis tries a couple shots, gets a few rebounds, but eventually Cony's going to come down with it. Up top, it's Fortin, now driving in. Floater's up. Floater is down with Marble getting the rebound. Cam King running the point here for Nokomis. Inbound feed to Hawthorne.
That's a tough shot to make.
That's a tough shot to make. A lot of pressure. That is a tough shot to make. The 3. No good from Morrill. Step back 3. That's going to be a travel on Reagan King. Migliore now checking back in again for Marble. So Fortin taking it up for Cony. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first half.
Excellent defense here by the Warriors.
Absolutely. That was good defense, and up until that foul, that was a very good defensive possession, and maybe a unnecessary foul there from Nokomis. I think there was enough pressure there under the basket that a foul wasn't necessary, but it looked good at the very least. That's Fortin. We'll get the first one to fall. And the second. Hawthorne looking to drive in. She meets pressure, but finds Reagan King open for 3. Look at... So Cony, that was Fortin, tried to find an outlet pass, looked like between the legs of Migliore. Migliore was having none of it and was fouled, trying to corral in the ball. Good play there by Migliore. Cam King looking for an option. Finds Migliore open. Just off on the 3. Reagan King flies in there for the rebound. Is able to break it up enough for Townsend to find it. This Cony defense
is intense.
They flipped the switch.
Whoever has the ball, they're after it.
And that's, they are putting Nokomis under a lot of pressure here. And what Nokomis needs to do is is they, when looking at that last play, Hawthorne had 3 players on her. That means there's 2 Nokomis players who should be open somewhere. Just got to get that ball moving. Drive-in layup is missed for Cony. Townsend on the transition other end. Gets a little bit of pressure there. Migliori makes the 3. Now a 10-point game. Nice Drano there from Migliori. Morrow drives in. Can't get that one to fall, but the rebound corralled in by Quinn, put right back up. Now Cam King. The 3 short from Migliori. And that's going to be a charge. That's a good take there from Cony. And Cam King, that's a tough, that's a tough shot. Drive in. There's 3 players there. Cony takes the charge. Smart play from Cony.
Elena Donahue and Emma Marble are going to come into the game.
So a 27-19 contest here. Nokomis currently in the lead. That's a tough missed call there. That was pretty blatantly a travel, I think. But I'm not on the court, so I'm not sure. But regardless, ball don't lie. Nokomis has it. It cannot convert on that possession. So now Cony back again. I will say I feel like this game has a lot of turnovers. I don't know. I think part of it's probably, there's a lot of shots not being made. But I think both of these teams are having good defensive possessions, forcing a lot of turnovers.
Nokomis running a zone here. That's what it looks like, but
it's not going to matter. Cony is going to cut right through it. It's going to be Cunningham. Makes that 3. Now a 5-point contest once again. Nokomis just got to move that ball quicker. Townsend can't corral it in. Easy layup there for Morrill.
this is a very aggressive team, and what I'm noticing.
And I would have to agree, and that aggressiveness is something that puts a lot of pressure on these other squads. Nokomis in this case, we're seeing that aggressiveness is causing Nokomis to have a few more turnovers than we typically see. And as we go down the stretch, that might make a huge difference in this game. Drive in, that's a foul there on Cony. Good drive in from Reagan King. Nokomis got to get this one inbounded. They do.
Maybe it's not what Reagan wanted, but it's what she had to deal with.
And that's, oh, look at that beautiful feed. Layup just off from Marble. I will say, as I've commentated more and more of these Nokomis girls games, these baseline inbounds are something that have seemed to be troubling them a little bit. Having to feed that ball up top more than I think they want to, as Fortin puts up the floater. Floater's no good, but the rebound and putback layup is good for Quinn. Reagan King, look at that feed in. Bullet pass. Migliori. That was a great play. Good court vision from King. Now Fortin looking to answer. Puts up a floater. A lot of pressure there. And after a bit of a scuffle there, Nokomis comes away with it. Cony tips it out of bounds now. This has been not necessarily a messy game, but it's looked It's not looked as clean as we typically see for this Nokomis squad. Look at that one, is stolen right away by Cunningham. She's going to be tripped. 17.6 seconds left in the half. This Cony squad has a chance to even the score.
Cameron King's going to come in for Reagan King now.
Inbound to Morrill. Gets some space. Makes the easy basket. Clock counting down now. Cam King drives in. Look at that. Oh, that was beautiful. The fact that that shot didn't go down doesn't matter. That was a beautiful play from King to Hawthorne to wide open Townsend. Nokomis, if they can make some more plays like that going into the next half, this will be a very good game. But they go into halftime leading by 1 point. The score 29-28. We'll see you on the other side. Don't go anywhere. And thanks for tuning in to Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting. Welcome back to Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting. Just to update, the Warriors currently ahead going into the second half. Score is 29-28. We're going to run through some of our sponsors that make it possible for us to broadcast these games here at Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting.
We have D.A. Gould and Grandsons Excavating, 938-2578. A. Robinson and Corinna for all your convenience store needs, 207-307-9166. Cass Cattle Farm Store, 207-249-2191. We're open Saturday and Sunday. We got all your needs. Come see us. Newport Glass in Newport, we have 207-368-5698. Gilman Plumbing and Heating, 207-368-2335. Newport and Pittsfield locations for Spascook Valley Federal Credit Union, 368-4940 and 487-5576. Hometown Health Center Newport office is 368-2451. Dexter office is 924-5200. And Hartley's, who also have the player of the game, 207-368-5751.
And once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You know, without sponsors, we can't do this broadcasting program. And with that being said, if you would like to sponsor Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting and have your business included in a broadcast, feel free to reach out to Matt Brown. His email is mdbrown@rsu19.net. But going into the half, who are our leading scorers, Abby? Who have been those players, the players for these two teams?
For our Warriors, Cameron King is the player with 11 points so far. We not far behind. We have Danica Migliori with 6. We have a 3 from Danica, which is also amazing. Bree Townsend behind her with 5 points. So those 3 are really sticking out for the Warriors tonight. Abby Morrill for the Cony Rams. We have 11 points for her. And Cunningham not far behind her with 8 points. So definitely a few people getting on the board for the Warriors here and a couple getting on the board here for the Rams.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that really sums up how this half has been is for the Warriors. It's really been run through Cam King. She's been a few from beyond the arc, a couple great drives in, and just a fantastic player. And Migliori having 6 off the bench, really good as well. Look at the feed in from King to Townsend. Look at that. That was a great bucket right there to open up the half for these Warriors. Now it's Morrill. Tries to kick it out. Now it's going to be a travel. That's a tough one. Although, to be honest, I think Cony was going to come down with that one either way. Bree Townsend turned to go, and Cony was waiting right there for her up top. That's a wide open 3. Morrill with it. That's a tough one. Wide open there.
Definitely a lot more calls here tonight, especially with three refs. This is a pretty big game, so I think our school was pretty right about asking 3 refs to come and ref.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the story behind why there are 3 refs, but I'm definitely not opposed to it. It helps kind of keep everything maybe a little more fair. But this game is now all tied up.
Quinn's going to come in for the Cony Rams. Nice bucket there by Hawthorne. That was tough.
That was a tough bucket for sure. I didn't think it was going to fall for a second, but gravity pulled that one in. Cunningham now floater up. Falls into Reagan King's hands. Nokomis moving fast, trying to take advantage of their transitions here. Marble saves that one, but Fortin was waiting for it. Freeman now. Back to Fortin. Over to Quinn. Back up deep 3 there, and it's going to be short. Deep three there from Fortin. And on the rebound,
That was a good call by the refs. That was.
I think so. You know, there was a lot of contact there on the rebound, and probably a little unnecessary. But you know, when you get two aggressive teams like this, that stuff happens, and that's what the ref's job is to do. A little bit of a circus shot there. It goes up and down for Hawthorne. She's been absolutely phenomenal tonight. An unexpected high scorer here for Nokomis. How many points? She's got to have at least six or 8, yeah. And now another turnover for Cony as Townsend pokes it free. Step back. It's going to be just off from Reagan King. Saved again from Marble, but again, Cony waiting for it. Now in the transition, wide open three there. Made from Fortin. That's a tough one. Nokomis didn't want to prevent the wide open drive to the basket, and Fortin said, give me space and I'll take it. Now an answer there is off from Cam King. But Emma Marble putting in the work, trying to prevent this Cony team from getting possession of the ball. Three from Morrill. That one's off. It's going to be an over-the-back foul. Nokomis, again, with it. Cony has three fouls, early here. 3 team fouls, that is. And we're just 3 minutes into the first half. And that's, that's like we said, that's the consequence of being an aggressive team is, you're probably going to have more calls on you. A lot of pressure here. Nokomis got to kick that out. Find the open man. Townsend does. And it's just not converted there from Reagan King. Now a light press from Nokomis. Cony's going to cut through it. Fortin up top, kicks it out. Freeman around to Cunningham. Cunningham drains the 3. And now Cony takes their first lead of the half, cutting down what once was a 10-point game to now being a 2-point advantage for Cony. Townsend kicks out 3. Cam King with the rebound. She's going to be fouled on the way up. That was a great drive in from Cam King. Finds the open Townsend. Then manages to wrangle in that rebound. And gets the foul. So we'll see if she can convert here. Cony now, 4 team fouls. Halfway to the bonus. Just 4 minutes into this second half. That one rolls around and falls in for King.
For the Warriors here, I think I'd like to see more shots taken from the arc, Really like to see Brianna Townsend and Cameron King just taking those 3, taking the risk there for those shots.
I agree, and I think with the way that this Cony team is playing right now, that they don't have much else of an option. Watching these players, they try to drive into the basket, and this Cony team is just collapsing on them, giving them no option. So, yeah, I agree. Move that ball around more. Find some open outside shots and take them. And it's going to be an and one there from Morrill. How many points does she have? She's got to have quite a few.
She has 16 on the board right now.
16 on the board. Wow. Make it 17. She has been the driving force for this Cony team tonight. Stripped away by Cony. And They're going to be fouled by Hawthorne. I will say, these are two very similarly matched teams, and it's so strange that the records don't reflect that. This Nokomis team 7-5 right now, and this Cony team is 9-2, and I just find that to be very interesting. These are two similarly matched teams, and to have a win-loss record of that much difference just really baffles me sometimes. Nokomis, due to heel points, is the lowest ranked team in Class A North with a winning record at 5th. And a win here tonight would be huge, as a nice line drive layup is good from Townsend. Cony still hanging on to this 2-point lead here. Kick out. It's Freeman. Round to Cunningham. Cunningham drives in, gets it to fall. So now a 4-point lead for Cony. Deep 2 is taken and made from Cam King. Had the space, took the shot. A much-needed basket for Nokomis. Now a 3 from Fortin. That one's off, but she gets her own rebound. And she's going to be fouled. Great play from Fortin. A lot of energy there. She'll make the first. And the second, and this Cony team has been great offensively so far. 44 points. Nokomis typically only allowing about 40 points a game, and Cony, with 10 minutes left in the game, has already surpassed that. Cam King now drives in, gets it to fall.
Cameron King with a high point game of 16 points right now.
Leading the Nokomis squad, yeah. Yeah, she had 19 in the last time that these two teams matched up, and I'm going to guess she'll probably surpass that tonight. We'll see. As she comes in with that rebound, is able to get by Cunningham. Townsend for 3. That one's off, but she tries to wrangle in a rebound. Ball just did not bounce her way.
She's playing soccer there for a second.
Happens to the best of us. So now Cony looking to extend this lead again. Still a 2-point lead. Driving in, it's Morrill. Kicks it. And that's going to be an and one. Great and one there from Abby Clark. Coming off the bench. Making a big impact here in this third quarter already. Won't convert the and one. Cam King will come down with the rebound. Kicks it out. Townsend now driving in. Reagan King gets the rebound and the putback. Good recovery there for Nokomis. Townsend now off that missed layup from Cony. Tries to drive in. She's going to draw the foul. Hard foul there on Townsend. Townsend with 9 points tonight. Makes it 10 there. A little bit slower than we've seen in her last 2 games, but I wouldn't be surprised to see her heat up here as we go into the 4th quarter. She's going to make that second one, too. Cony, a lot of ball movement here. And it's going to be a double dribble called on Morrill. 8 seconds left here in the third. Cony going to press smartly, I'd say. Don't let Nokomis have more time than they absolutely need, but Townsend breaks it, gets the layup and one with 2.9 left. Ties up the game with a chance for Nokomis to take the lead going into the 4th.
No pressure for Bree Townsend here.
I'm sorry, not ties up the game. She's going to put Nokomis ahead by 2, potentially 3 here. And she will. 2.9 left. Not much Cony can do here. And so going into the 4th quarter, your Nokomis Warriors have a 3-point lead. The score is 49-46. And what a nail-biter of a third quarter. Cony was able to battle back, take the lead at one point. Nokomis now coming back again. And I will say, props to Nokomis. They have not let this Cony team surmount a very large lead. I think that most it was maybe 4 or 5 points at one time, and that's been a very pivotal piece. Not putting themselves in a position where they have to battle back late. That's how they're going to win this game. Last time, they were able to have a last-minute shot that would have put them ahead, and a little bit of controversy, of course, for the Nokomis fans. Anybody who watched that game, I heard quite a few people say that on the last shot that would have been the game-winning shot, Reagan King may have been fouled. But regardless, Nokomis needs to make sure in this 4th quarter they don't put themselves in a position where they're relying on, a buzzer-beater shot to win.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that, Ashton. And it's going to be an interesting game, and I'm hoping our Warriors come through with this win. That it would really help us.
It really would. Nokomis sitting in 5th. A win here should put them ahead of the 4 seed, who is currently sitting at 500, at 6-6, Camden Hills.
And we're capable of it. We're capable of this win, I think.
Absolutely. I do think Nokomis has had a tough schedule. They've played Gardner, they've played Lawrence, they've played Bangor. All 3 of those teams are very, very good. And on top of that, they've also, had a couple losses. One to Cony, a team that I think they're very even with. As the transition is good. Good basket there from Cam King. This team is very good, and they played a good game against them. And, I think they lost to Camden Hills, and that was a tough loss for Nokomis, but
definitely with some stiff competition, in the next couple days. We play Skowhegan tomorrow. Here our boys are going to be away and our girls are going to be here. So,
and that's so tough to have back-to-back games, and
especially when they're hard games, when they're very stiff competition.
That's exactly it. You come off a game against this highly ranked Cony team, and to have to play anybody after that is difficult. But to have to play this, coming off a state championship squad, the Skowhegan team, that makes it tough. There's a basket there
by Cunningham, had 3. The Warriors are still up. Nice little Euro step by Addie Hawthorne there.
Very good Euro step there. I like to see that.
Little floater there by Cunningham.
Look at this back and forth. How about it? Nokomis grasping to a 2-point lead here.
Cunningham carrying the Rams here with 18 points.
Wow, she's really, between her and Morrill, I mean, this has been they have been absolutely dominating for Cony. She's going to be fouled on the way up. Good take there from Hawthorne.
That's a good call.
Absolutely. Good call, good take, and it's going to put Nokomis in the bonus already, which is, I mean, this is early to be in the bonus. This, especially you have an aggressive squad like Cony, who obviously, fouls quite often. To be in the bonus this early, send these Nokomis players to the line is not what they want to do here in the late stretch. And as Nokomis, they just need to convert. That's, get sent to the line and convert, and Hawthorne not able to convert there, but it looks like she's going to get another chance. Must have been a violation. Must have just missed it. I didn't. But regardless, Hawthorne gets another chance. She doesn't get it, but Cam King comes down with the rebound. Tries to get the putback. Cony going to get it. Fortin now driving in. She's got 2 on her. It's not going to matter. Rebound and putback. So it's all tied up at 53.
It's a nice little save there by Brianna Townsend.
Good save, yes. Now the 3. She knew it was off, went in for the rebound. Fortin comes down with it. It's going to be a timeout called by Cony. And
tied up right now.
Talk about a nail biter. I mean, we've had quite a few of these here lately. Had Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting, the last game that we broadcasted, I believe, was the boys' game against Brewer. That was a very, very good game. Went into overtime. Brewer considered one of the top-ranked teams in the state, and the boys ran with them, which was very impressive. The girls obviously dominated Brewer as well. And then girls are coming off a 1-point win, a very narrow win against Erskine. A win in which Townsend was a very pivotal. We talked about she had 20 points that game, which was over 50% of the points scored by Nokomis. So
our ladies like to cut it close.
I would say, and I think as we get closer to tourney time, this is a team that is going to be very, very good if they can just find a little consistency. We run with a team like Gardner that is very, very good, and then turn around and have a hard time against a team that's not as good. And I think if we can find that consistency, beat the teams we're supposed to beat, we could make a deep playoff run without a doubt. So Cony not able to convert on that. Kick that ball out. My goodness. She does, but the 3 is no good from Reagan King. Nokomis just got to see those open players. Even if they don't make all the shots, give Reagan King enough open attempts for 3, and she's going to make quite a few of them. There's a deep 3 there, short from Fortin. Morrill looking to drive in. She's going to take a couple extra steps. I will say it is very interesting having 3 refs. I think it's a good thing. It's
they all saw that one.
And it's just kind of fun to watch. But so still tied up at 53. The line drive in is intercepted by Cony.
Unintentionally.
Well, that may be the case, but regardless, Nokomis doesn't get anything off that offensive possession. It's a wide open 3 there. Nokomis very lucky with that one. Some wide open players up. It's Hawthorne. And that's going to be a travel. That is tough. Very tough. Cam King saw her in the transition, and Hawthorne
I know it
wrangled
doesn't seem like you're under pressure, but in that
that's a lot of pressure, and it wasn't like it was a wide open basket either. You know, it looked like she had quite a few players closing in on her, so a lot of factors go into that. I can't say I would have done any better.
It's a tough layup there by Brianna Townsend.
Tough one to not fall. Great drive in, and we are still tied up at 53 points as we enter just 3.5 minutes left in the game. Cunningham kicks it out now. Fortin again for three. That's no good. Fortin had a little bit of difficulty so far from beyond the arc. Hawthorne kicks it around. Now Marble goes for the shot. It's going to be out of bounds. Looked like that was out on Cony, but the refs did not see it that way. Oh well, Nokomis needs a good defensive possession here. Looking for a spark to ignite Nokomis. Wide open three for Morrill. Nokomis, again, very lucky that Cony not hitting these threes because they are slicing through the defense, catching Nokomis unprepared seemingly here late in the fourth. Drive in, falls for Cameron King.
20 points on the board for her.
How she gets those baskets to fall is beyond me, but she does it, and she does it well. As she now kind of gets the steal. That's going to be out of bounds on Cony, no doubt. Interesting. I don't know if Cony thought that was out on Nokomis, but not. Oh, okay. We've got a little bit of disagreement on the court. So now Cony is going to get another chance. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left.
For Cony, that's what you want, but that's not what you want for our girls.
No, and from where I was, I truly thought that was out on Cony, but again, I'm not on the court. Great take there from Hawthorne. Absolutely. You know what? Ball don't lie. It's Nokomis' now. Just 2 minutes left here in the fourth.
We're up by 2, and we need to keep it that way.
Absolutely. I think a basket here to make this a two-possession game would be very, very helpful for Nokomis. Maybe that's a little obvious, but I say it anyways, as the jumper is missed from Cam King. Cony slowing it down. Freeman for three. That one's off. Cony saves it, puts it right in the hands of Hawthorne. And now Townsend. And she's slowing it down. But it's sneaking up behind her. Cunningham throws her off. Her teammates got to let her know about that one. And now Morrill's going to tie this game up.
She's got 19 points.
Yeah,
for the Rams.
I mean, Morrill and Cunningham have been very dominant forces here for Cony. Combining for nearly 40 out of their 55. And on the Nokomis side of things, Cam King has been just a very consistent scorer so far, getting those baskets when they're needed. Let's look to see if Nokomis can ramp it up here. They need they need a couple of baskets here. They've got to put this away from being a one-possession game. You know, late here in the fourth, they need to really clean up. Don't let Cony have those wide-open looks and and just move the ball around, take your time. There's no need to rush this. Understandably, there's a minute 22 left, but no need for any sloppy playmaking by any means. So Cam King will be running the point here for Nokomis. Townsend with it now. Over to Reagan King. Freeman's going to put the locks down, clamps that one up, and gets the steal.
We just
So
need
Cony,
to play tight defense here. We need a
absolutely, but they cannot let Cony run this clock too much. But at the same time, you can't let him do that either. That's a charge. My goodness. Hawthorne had her feet set. That was a great take by Hawthorne. I mean,
I love her defensive skills. I love watching her play defense.
And you know what? Getting those feet set and being able to take a charge is a huge asset that I don't think people realize just how pivotal it can be. That's arguably the easiest way to stop a drive into the basket is take a charge. King under a lot of pressure here.
I'm caught watching the game right now.
I know, there's just 13 seconds left. Cam King puts up a circus shot. And it's a steal. Oh my goodness, back and forth. Cam King again. That time she's fouled. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely. And all the pressure's on her shoulders now with 2.5 left.
No pressure at all. There's no pressure at all. No pressure at all.
Agree to disagree there. This is the weight of the game on her shoulders.
Oh no.
Goodness gracious.
I'm scared.
Folks, if you're not sitting on the edge of your seat, then you're not watching this game. Absolute nail biter here. She misses the second. We're going to overtime, folks. My goodness. We are going to overtime. That is a tough take. The pressure's there, and so now going into overtime.
I don't even know.
Me either. Absolute nail biter, and so now this Nokomis team, they need to start out strong in overtime. You've got 4 minutes. This game is starting from scratch. You've got to play your absolute hearts out here. If they can start this overtime, if they can play the next 4 minutes like they played the first 4 minutes of the opening half, this team could absolutely lock this away.
And I can't stop thinking about, our girls are in 5th place, Cony's in 3rd place, and our girls are giving them a run for their money.
And this is absolutely right. I mean, this Nokomis girls team, and again, I feel like every broadcast about how much I dislike heel points, but this Nokomis team is much better than the standings put them on. I mean, they can run with these top-ranked teams. They've ran with number 1 Gardner. They played a very, very good game against Gardner. Lawrence proved to be a little bit more tricky for this squad, but they still kept that a relatively close game. And now we have back, both times they've played Cony now. Regardless of tonight's outcome, you can say it was an absolute nail-biter and very, very close games. Sending this Cony team 3rd ranked to overtime. But we will see how this next 4 minutes goes.
Cameron King with the tip.
And Townsend fights for it, and she's going to get it in. Cam King for 3. Just off. Cunningham comes down with the rebound. Fortin now drives in. She's going to cut right through Nokomis' defense. And now Morrill strips it away from Townsend. Back-to-back baskets. This is not how Nokomis wanted to open up this overtime. And if you're Cony, it really couldn't be going any better. Now 3. It's going to be off from Townsend. Nokomis needs to take a deep breath here. There's plenty of time. And looks like we're going to have a jump ball. So Cony starts out hot, gets up by 4. In less than a minute here, it's going to be a timeout called by Nokomis. They've got to do something different. I mean, again, there's 3 minutes left. You know, there's no need to take unnecessary shots. And I guess, you know, what I mean by that is don't shoot if you aren't open. You know, those threes, there's no need to take a 3 under pressure because there is still, you know, 3 minutes left. Look at all that. That's a packed student section if I've ever seen one. I will say, you know,
I agree to disagree. Well, we've had a
I will say
you've
had full. Listen, there's a lot of students here, a lot of fans here, a lot of Nokomis Warriors supporters here.
What else you gonna do before a night before a storm? You know, doubleheader varsity games.
I know. I can't think of anywhere else I'd like to be. I mean, this is about as good of an entertainment as you can get. As Cony going to try and extend their lead. And Nokomis going to try and put on the clamps here. Freeman with it now. Morrill kicks it over. Oh, thrown right out of bounds. That's going to be Nokomis' ball. So Nokomis looking to get a basket here. Drive into Migliori.
Ooh.
Cony.
That's tough. Nothing you can do about that.
That's a tough, and we're going to have a timeout called here.
Danica Migliori, she really didn't have another option,
was put,
though.
Absolutely. I mean, she was under pressure there, under the basket, and tried to kick it out, but just wasn't successful, and that seemed to be the story here for Nokomis a handful of times, is looking for getting those great line drive passes into the paint, but just Cony's been all over it, not allowing any easy layups. This Cony defense has been very menacing, very, very good to say the least. I mean, they're not letting Nokomis score any easy baskets, that's for sure. So Nokomis opts to press. Cony breaks right through it. And that's a, maybe it's not a kickball. Cony feed in there.
Nice save there.
That was a great save. Cony getting all the rebounds. They are eating away at this clock now. Jumper from the line. And there's going to be a foul called on Nokomis. And now timeout called. I don't know. If I'm Cony right now, I'm moving the ball. I'm running this clock down, and I'm not taking any shots unless they're wide open, good-looking shots. There's no need for Cony to really force this play anymore. They're going to make Nokomis play at their pace. And if I'm Nokomis, they need a basket. They have not scored yet in this overtime. Need to look to King and Townsend to step up and make a play here. This is very big. This is crunch time. But I'm speechless. This Nokomis squad has not scored yet in overtime. They've got to get something going here. So Cony inbounding. Townsend crashes and fouls. Not a terrible foul there. Hawthorne coming in for Migliori.
Fast ball movement here.
Fast ball movement and
Cony.
And Cony has had some open looks and not taking shots smartly. They are running this clock down. They have run down 20 seconds here. And no answer from Nokomis. So they are in the bonus. So Morrill, probably not who I would have wanted to send to the line, is going to get a 1-and-1. She's got 21 points tonight. Rebound goes to Reagan King. Much needed there. So now a drive in and basket from Cam King. Talk about big moments. That's one of them. Gonna be out of bounds on Townsend. Good play there. Cony gets it in. Nokomis got a foul. Yeah, absolutely. Good foul there from Townsend. Going to send Fortin to the line. Fortin with, I believe, 12 points tonight. So Fortin will get the 1-and-1. She's going to make the first, making this a 3-point game. And timeout's going to be called by Crockett. Coach Chelsea Crockett for the Nokomis Warrior girls. This is her second year as head coach, and I'd say, in my opinion, she's done an excellent job with this squad, taking them and making them a playoff contender, regardless of what their standings say. This is a very, very good team.
Definitely have seen a lot of improvement from our girls from last year, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is, and I mean, this is a team that is truly a playoff contender. I mean, I think they could win 2 or 3 games at the very least in the tourney this year. Fortin makes the second. That's a huge shot there. Makes this a 2-possession game. Nokomis got to move fast. Cam King does it. Reagan King for 3. That one's off. Cony with the rebound. Got to foul her. So they're going to send Fortin to the line once again. Good heads-up play. They've 32 seconds left. And so it's going to be on these... going to be on Cameron King and some of the other players here, other than Townsend, to make sure that these fouls are happening as needed. Townsend has 4. One more puts her out. Great feed, long shot, just off from Cam King. And it's going to be a foul. Emma Marble. Looks like Emma Marble must have fouled Freeman, who will go to the line for 2. So in the double bonus now. Nokomis in a 2-possession game, regardless of how these baskets go. The difference is will they need 1, 3, or 2? Freeman misses the first. She's going to make the second, though. 5-point game. 20 seconds left on the clock. Nokomis got to move fast. Stripped right away from Townsend. And it's going to be a timeout on Cony. This one, unless Nokomis can work a miracle here. This one looks like it's going to be Cony's, and that's a tough break for Nokomis. Got up to a 10-point lead at one point in the game, and to have that, Cony ate away at it, was able to make a quick comeback, force this game into overtime where they have taken over. Nokomis has only scored 2 points in overtime, and Cony has had 7. So on a 7-2 run, this Cony team looks to most likely lock up this game here. So they're going to inbound. Freeman will be passing it in. She's going to get it into Fortin. Fortin going to be fouled. She'll go to the line. And so 2 baskets here from Fortin would pretty much put this game away. She makes the first. 6-point game now. She's going to make the second 2. A tough loss for these Nokomis Warriors. Townsend makes the 3 there. Put them within 4, but with 6.2 seconds left, will it be enough? That's the question. I will say a comeback at this point for the Warriors, while looking improbable, would be extremely impressive. So regardless of the outcome, we do have to do an Nokomis Hartley's player of the game. I apologize for that. Looking down the stat sheet, Abby, who do you think is deserving of this Hartley's player of the game?
In my opinion, probably Cameron King. You know, Cameron King's coming out with 22 points so far this game.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking either her or Bree Townsend. Bree Townsend, you know, maybe doesn't have the most points, but I think when you factor in the defensive ability that she's had in this game and some of the key shots that she's been able to make, like that one that she just did, this game looks a lot different without her, that's for sure. And it's going to be Cunningham who's fouled and will go to the line. She's going to get 2. Although I guess regardless, it is still a 2-possession game. And that's going to foul out Cam King. Not the player you would have wanted fouled out. Nokomis really should have been having another player making those fouls. But we will see what this Nokomis squad can do with 3.4 seconds left. like I said, a comeback here would be extremely impressive. Three there at the buzzer is no good, so your final score, Cony wins the second matchup between these two teams to go 2-0 against Nokomis and advance to 10-2 on the season. Nokomis will drop to 7-6. Final score,
60-65.
thank you for reminding me. So the Nokomis girls lost by 5. Let's look at our Hartley's player of the game. Abby, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. Cameron King. She had an absolutely dominating performance, fouled out there at the end of the overtime
22
period.
points.
But 22 points is absolutely fantastic. We are going to stop this stream, so if you're planning on watching the boys' game, we suggest you kind of click out of this one, give it a second, and our producer, Matt Brown, will start the boys' stream here shortly. We do appreciate you watching Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting. I'm Ashton Karen, joined by Abby Karen. We'd like to thank our producer, Matt Brown.
See you tomorrow at 5 and 6:30.
We'll see you tomorrow at 5 and 6:30 as the girls take on Skowhegan. And once again, thank you for watching Nokomis Warrior Broadcasting.